The operational environment that your system is exposed to determines what types of threats you should consider. Ask yourself, how exposed are you to attack? Is your equipment likely to be directly connected to the internet? And by the way, if it has an Ethernet jack, someone will probably attempt to connect it to the internet even if you told them not to. Is your wireless network unencrypted? Can someone buy and reverse engineer your equipment? The easier it is for adversaries to reverse engineer your equipment or connect to it, the more exposed you are to attack. Ask yourself, what type of network connections are there? Even if you don't have Ethernet, there might be embedded networks, discrete I/O, user interfaces, and so on. And simply saying, well, we have a proprietary protocol has proven not to be particularly useful in resisting attacks. Ask yourself the degree to which you do data uploads and downloads. Do you do firmware updates or configuration file updates or maintenance log downloads? If so, the paths that are used to move those files back and forth are also potential arenas for attacks. They can be either direct attacks against the communication protocol stack, or they could be indirect attacks such as a malicious firmware update being sent to the system that is unwittingly installed by a user. Also, consider whether you use online updates or updates require manual access to the equipment. In general, the more difficult it is to change data inside a system, the less exposed you are to attack, simply as a matter of economics. If it's possible to automate an attack against all your systems, that gives you more exposure than an attack that requires a person to physically do something to each and every system that's being attacked. Finally, ask, do only trusted personnel have access to the equipment, or is it accessible by the owner? Or is it in a public place that anyone can access it anytime they like? Ask yourself if employees are incentivized to attack your system. Now that may seem odd, but taken in conjunction with whether security is seen as important or something that gets in the way, you may have a situation in which employees or authorized users are incentivized to subvert security, either to spend less time doing their job or to reduce the amount of effort it takes to complete some sort of transaction, as well as potentially trying to circumvent financial controls for their own gain.